Hey guys, it's TJ once again at Badlandz. So this time we're doing Star Wars themed big game and working on a couple things that I definitely needed help with. We were trying to get together a practice before we did the winter indoor series at O'Hare. We weren't sure that it was going to happen this year, so we didn't prepare for it. NXL said that they weren't going to have anything to do with it, so regardless, they let us know, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ahead of time that they were going to be a thing, so that was pretty cool that it all ended. And we had a lot of fun doing it. I think we got 6th out of 10th, so I mean, that's bad, but, you know, factoring that we didn't practice, I think we did okay. We could have definitely done a lot better. So congratulations to Rotten Kids for winning that one. We didn't expect that, and that's cool that you guys turned over everyone's beliefs and stuff like that. So anyway, here we are at the big game for Blast Camp. I'm really, in this big game we weren't really trying to do anything, I guess. Jace was injured. I don't know, I hadn't been up and running around in a very long time, so this is pretty cool to be a part of. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I realized how, I mean, everyone says that after they haven't been running around for a while, how out of shape they are and how different things factor into what you do and what you don't do, like when you're not doing anything in the off season or when seasons are changing. Like, we've had a lot of rain lately, so it's been hard. You can see that this entire field is, you know, pretty substantially underwater. So yeah. Alright, so to this game. The objective of this was to collect a whole bunch of crystals for the Star Wars game, to something Death Star, making lightsabers, I don't know. We just had to get the objectives. They were brightly colored boxes. So I was screwing around. Me and Jace had it out over here a couple of times actually. So I don't know where their spawn was or anything like that. So some things that I was trying to pay attention to while I was going through this is making sure that my hopper and my gun was on the correct side of me and I wasn't using that as a blinder to help, or to, I guess, hinder me from seeing the other side of the field and from poking out a little bit. So I was really shaky for some reason. So instead of doing what I normally do, and like right now, not leaning my barrel up against anything, but staying back behind cover, I was really shaky, needed something to stabilize me. And I couldn't see beyond I was having a really hard time. I'm glad that I asked for new lenses for Christmas. Seeing through my lenses and with the barrel mount on, I use like a big bike cam, so there's a hole in my sock. So yeah, right now I'm pushed up towards the middle. I don't really have much help. Most of my teammate is pushed back. I don't know if there just weren't a lot of them. They were taking a lot of flack from the side, I guess over to my left right now, in the forest, where people were coming out of. I was doing pretty good job holding down all of these little huts, and end up moving up here pretty fast. So working on all that good stuff. I don't know, some things that I definitely need to learn. I killed a bunch of people that I didn't think that I hit, and I noticed in my last game footage that I was aiming a little bit too high. Like, I wanted to, like if someone was standing up and the grass was up past their waist, like I wanted to see the ball explode. But if they're at like such a large distance, I need to aim for, you know, center mass, and that way my variation will be, I mean, if there is any variation to where I'm aiming at, I'll still have a better chance of hitting them. So just kind of using that to my advantage. In this one I was aiming what I thought was a little bit too low. And well, regardless, it ended up working out for me pretty good. So I was happy. Trying to learn my gun a whole lot more. I just got a new barrel on it, not the one that you see in the video, but a carbon fiber one. And I know that they always say, you know, play what you practice in and practice how you play. But I don't know, for some reason I just really wanted to get used to my carbon fiber barrel, and the adapter that it has on it, so that's what I used. But I probably should have, what's it called, used the stock barrel, the one that I've been using ever since I got the gun. So, but I don't know, I think I'm going to make that change. You can definitely tell quite a bit of weight difference between the two. I think Lux does an amazing job at keeping their barrels super light. I mean, there's so much porting on it to help out with the noise and everything, and that's the one thing that I can definitely say the Lux barrel has over the carbon fiber barrel is just the mad amount of porting that's on it compared to the carbon fiber. It's a deadly wins. But yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to bump up buildings on here, playing with whoever's in that, I don't even know, that like Tangelo colored house, and whoever's coming back from the spawn on that first house. I really should have been trying to figure out where everyone was. I mean, it wasn't a big game, it was like 20 on 20-ish. There was a lot of people leaving and coming into the game, or more people, I guess, leaving. But yeah, and I'm starting to see that when I come to games nowadays, I'm not shooting just one entire case. So I can usually purchase one case and then have that almost till the end of the day. And now I'm shooting like a case and a half. So I don't know if, I mean, I'm having fun, so I guess that's all that matters. I should go back and see, if shooting more cases allows me to have more fun or whatever, or if I'm just not as aggressive as I was. Maybe that's a good one. So right here, yeah, I shot Hector right in the boob, and we had talked. Hector's a really great guy, but he pushes the limits of what we can do for paintball, and I tolerate that just because I know, and I say this all the time, if I hit someone and they can get away with it, then that's just my fault for not hitting them well enough, and then I'll just come at him again, because this is, like rec league crap. So, but if I hit them, like you'll see later on here, and it's very obvious and very like in your face, then they're really good at calling it out and doing that kind of stuff. Oh, man. So I'm bumping up. I'm not doing I'm slowly starting to realize what the huge difference is between speedball and woods ball. The whole being part of whatever, like usually in speedball, most of us, everyone who's done speedball usually starts off at woods ball or rec ball doing, shooting each other in the forts. But some of that stuff is hard to transition from. So like in speedball, when you want to move bunkers and you're battling one-on-one with someone, you light up their spot on both sides. You paint it up real good, and then you move as soon as they duck in, because they're going to switch sides or peek back out in a second. So you have 1 second to move once they duck in. What I caught myself doing after watching some tape was I would shoot, stop, get into position to make a good put your feet in the blocks kind of when you're running a sprint and track, and then wait for stuff to calm down and then go. And I've been doing really good, but I don't know if that is the best way of going about it. In most of those cases I haven't gotten tagged, but I don't know if that's me being sly and thinking of something different, or I'm getting lucky, or whatever it is. I'm sure, yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to try both of them. It depends on the situation though. If you're a decent distance from someone else and you could have moved, they don't know, then yeah, I'm pretty sure taking your time and moving is good. But on the contrary, there's certain times where you need to shoot and move instantly instead of dwelling. So right now I'm bumping up. They tried explaining. Gavin tried to do his best explaining how all this stuff was going to go down. I don't know. I guess either I didn't care or just didn't get it. because I thought we were supposed to collect all those pieces and throw them in a box, but well, it wasn't a box, it was a cooler. The cooler wasn't there. This is a pretty cool shot. There's Jace. Bada bing. I didn't know I hit him. See, that was one of the things where I thought I was shooting too low. I got him, so I was pretty happy. Refs gave me kudos when we were lining up after lunch, and that was, a good pat on the back. I wanted that. So I'm trying to use, I guess, the field to the best of my abilities. It's so much harder when they're just inflatables and everyone knows how to use them. Like that thing that was lying down there, I have no clue what that was. It was clearly an objective, something that I needed to do, but maybe I need to do a better job of figuring out what's important at what time. Like, I need to stop playing team deathmatch and start playing the objectives. So, PTFOs, I'm sure would have given us more points. We were getting slaughtered anyway. I don't know how we would have won this game. I did pretty good, but from everyone else, they were just laying down a decent amount of heat, and everyone else was, just kind of ditzing around. So, I guess the options that I had here was I didn't know what was going on with the flags, what this thing was at my feet was. I was just trying to stay alive, and I don't know if that was the right thing to do. In some of the other, later on in your video, you'll see that I go through and try and figure out, this dude's got a temper. He was the dude that ran into the door earlier, and I gave him one in the chest. I'm guessing he was a little upset because I came out and lit him up. Because, like if you, that's probably definitely it. If you come into a building and someone, one balls you, then you know that you're defeated. Because it's all right there. But if someone lights you up, you start feeling pain, and that pain kind of, wears off on how your emotions at that point in time. So.
I'm on your team, idiot.
Yeah, right there, I got lit up by my own team facing me, and I guess trying to help me out by killing me. But this is a pretty good one. For my spire.
Hey, I'm gonna go bunker him, okay? Cover me. Just shoot at that fort, I'll go bunker him. I don't care, shoot the guys in the fucking fort right here. Shoot the guys in the fort right here. You're good, come on!
Great legs. Alright, cool. So, I liked that. I was telling that guy what to do, and he was asking a bunch of questions, and I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get whatever. And I'm just like, alright, quit being a nerd, like, just cover me. And that's all he had to do was suppress them, and then I went up and got him. So, that was a lot of fun. I love doing stuff like that. Like organizing, coordinating. If it didn't work out, whatever, I'd walk back to the spawn. That's where I just came from anyway, so it's not too bad. The paint was fine, just fine. No spaghettis or anything like that.
I think I'm gonna go for it if you want to cover me.
I don't know. It was alright. Nothing too crazy. I was worried that the gelatin on the inside would be less flowy. So if you were to have a ball that was cold and that's going through a slight temperature variation, that it would warp the ball in some other manner, but no, it was acting just fine, so I was
lay down right here.
Pretty
and then
happy
one guy
with
further
it.
Back.
Some of the marbleizer that we were shooting at the event, though, that was something else. You get like a good case and a bad case, or even like good bags and bad bags inside of each case. So here I went through, shot a dude, kind of suppressed everything that's going on, saw that there was an objective coming up the side. I really just wanted to try something and push the line back as far as possible, but I was doing a crap ton of running, and it's really, really hard in order to stay on top of. because you got a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, like I haven't been running around in a big game or anything like that lately, so this was new to my legs for a while. So I'm trying to be patient and figure out if that guy was staying in or if he was getting checked by the ref. I really wish that the refs would go through and kind of explain, like, hey, if you call yourself out, you're out. I didn't put it in this video, but while I was chilling in the fort before I came and ran up on this dude, you know, our guy called himself out and put his gun up. And then I think it was Hector moved to a different side of the building because he was, you know, he thought that was suppressed. He was fine. He didn't need to worry about the dude trying to shoot him anymore. And the dude came up to me and asked me if he was clean, and I was like, yeah, dude, you're clean. Like, no hits, no nothing. You know, because we were super far away. But, I don't know. Everything seemed to be... So, should he have gone out? I mean, if you call yourself out, you're out. But this is woods ball. I get it. New people. I'm not, I guess, upset about it, but it does stink, you know, especially when you're trying to move a bunch of people. You don't want to hurt people either. Like, if I went and shot one of those guys when I was making my round inside the window that one time, I'd rather them come out with their hands up than for me to, you know, shoot them under 10 feet or something like that. So, and I got a whole lot better at not, you know, running around corners lighting them up. They weren't a threat to me. You know, they weren't even facing me. They both had their, you know, faces to the wall, so not too shabby. And then I don't know. That's I guess is a good question. So in a situation like that, should you? I mean, these guys are pushed up to the battlefield, so should you let them, you know, take a little bit and, you know, allow them to do their thing, being, you know, new to the game, or should you show them, like, you know, this is like what you do? So I don't mean to say like, okay, this is participation ribbons versus you actually doing something. I mean, you know, take it easy on them, because, you know, you want to make it interesting for everyone, and to have them grow, but you know, what's the best way of doing that?
So the big one right here.
I mean, I can honestly say the best times that I've had is when I'm flanking other people, and I felt really good about that. But yeah, this is pretty scary. It doesn't look like anything, and it happens at, like, you know, really, really fast, but I don't know. When I was living through it, obviously, it felt like a whole lot longer than it was. So, a cool thing happens before that, though. So, I'm right here, Jace is screaming at me, I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to say, and then I get it. If he called out poison, you know, that we've talked about a million times, I would have understood. So, I hear him, trying to figure out what's going on. And then I didn't think I hit the dude, so I was gonna go around. Oh no, I guess I didn't think I hit the dude, because I wouldn't have stayed there if I didn't. Oh, he probably called himself. That's probably what it was. And then, so I see him leaving. I go through, double check all this stuff. So it was cool. I love that, you know, teammates can be there, because one of us could have gotten really hurt if, you know, we would both sneak up on each other, or, you know, guns would have been in some weird places. So, I think the scary part's coming up, so I'll just, I guess, let that happen. Oh yeah, I had the ref check me. Yeah,
Hey buddy, you're out.
And none of the refs do anything. I shouldn't have pointed my barrel at him. I should have dropped my gun and run around and, you know, put my body over him. And I mean, that's definitely going to be on my mind next time. But, you know, seeing that for the first time happen in front of you, I just like, ugh, I don't know what to do. It's something. So, and that's the other thing is, like, I need to make sure that I have a chin strap on my the next pair of goggles that I get, because that is some scary stuff I don't want to happen to me. So this is the last portion of the game. They were pushing up on us pretty darn good. They made it past tsunami in the middle, and all we had left was, you know, this tree range and then a couple of the buildings. But they had tsunami down packed, and they were in some of these bunkers up here. So trying to understand what's going on and get into the game after I'd gotten shot. So I'm wandering, just trying to figure out and talk to people about where they're at and what we're doing, different things like that. I'm trying to figure out if this bunker's open. It is. I see that some of the guys are up on the hill, and I see that I've got a clear shot flanking some of these guys on the side. That kid's like snapshots were supreme. What he got into, that was the kid who punched the boat, and the kid that ran into the house that I one-balled him. So he seemed to be having fun though. They're dominating, so usually when you're winning, you're having more fun than the losing team. So I'm just kind of battling back and forth here. I don't know how much I should move up or when I should move up. I think next time I'm going to be quite a bit more aggressive to see what I can get away with. Now that I've got this under my belt, I can make sure that I never get to that level where I'm super gassed after making a 100-yard dash or something, because I shouldn't be gassed after that. I understand that I have all this weight on my body and stuff, and I'm running with a gun in my hand, but it's just like from me being me, I shouldn't get to that point where I'm that lazy.
Yeah, see that pink shit on your hopper? Get out!
So that's the other thing. Your gun's an extension of your body. You just need to make sure that they say that.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, cool. So right now I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Where's open? I'm super low on ammo. I think I only have like a couple shots left. I have a 260, Aspire 260, and I'm way less than half. So I know that I can't run up and be super aggressive and do any of that crazy stuff. So what sucks is like at the event where we had quite a bit of extra paint, a little bit more than a case for us all, because if you go out there and die, then you still have pods that are filled with paint in your hopper. So I load all that into like a little ice cream thing, like a 1 gallon jug of ice cream. I think it's 1 gallon, I don't know. And just take that stuff home. It's in my garage actually, I gotta clean that out today. Alright, so I see that they're making some moves, and they're forest side strong, sure. Pretty much the entire game, so I wanted to make sure that I kept it to where we would have a chance if they were to break that way. What I wasn't paying attention on is the further over there. I thought that everyone was in line with me on my team and that we could suppress them, but it seems like I was the furthest up over here towards tsunami, and no one else was. There was like a wedge, so they were pretty far pushed back towards the flag. So everyone starts shooting because someone has the objective, and yeah, I tried picking them off. Knew that I'd have to do something a little bit more brave than that, and then just basically run all of them down. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I don't know when or if I'm gonna have some more stuff up, but I don't know, keep it real. See you later. Bye-bye.